Hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is, whatever time you're watching. Thanks for joining us today. I hope everything is going well for you at home. You see today, the first thing we're going to do is open the blue Google Doc in number 24, and then we'll talk about what we're going to be doing today. So the first thing I want to talk about is right here. I want to talk about the research discussion for the Twitter feed because this is going to involve a little bit new research. Um, and then the second thing that students will be doing today is creating their Twitter feed, where that's like the main goal. And then finally, the very last thing that the students will be doing is this ticket out the door down here. All right, so that's where we're headed today. Um, some just general reminders. It's a day 4 in your schedule. Uh, my win period, even though since you're not here, we're splitting up, and then Operation Giving Tree is still here. Remember, this is something that people forget about. This Twitter feed is all about interactions with Native American tribes. So that's what we're going to focus on today when we talk about our research and how we do this is the interaction with Lewis and Clark and the Native American tribes. So today, what the students must do up here is create their Twitter feed. You can see my little directions of what to do. What they can do when they're done is go back to that Padlet and look at some of those Instagram posts. Make sure that you and your classmates are doing a good job. And then what you can aspire to do is get creative. Dress up your Google Slides or your ebook if you're doing the book creator. All right, so let's take a look real quick at our number 24, the blue Google Doc in here. I had said how this is where we're going to go, and we're going to look at our research, the questions that our research entails, right? So down here, blue Google Doc has it. Again, if you get confused today, if you just need some examples, look in the book creator selection. There's examples in there. Ms. Boyd put together a great collection of examples, but I want to take a look real quick at your blue Google Doc that has all the different requirements here. So if we scroll down to where it says Twitter feed, again, if you're working alone, 6 tweets. If you're working with a partner, 8 tweets. And then it's got to show your research with the interactions between Lewis and Clark and Native American tribes. Well, you got to talk about some specific Native American tribes. It says create a running Twitter feed between Lewis and Clark and Native American tribe that shows back and forth conversation with 6 different tweets. They do not all need to be the same tribe. The goal of the Twitter feed is to be informative yet funny at the same time. You want to be creative. So in the discussion back and forth, you should show me that you know how Lewis and Clark interacted with these different Native American tribes. Again, it's going to require you do a little bit of research. This is the one thing. So you have meaning Sacagawea, you have Native American tribes, and then you have Native nations. In here, you'll find a number of different tribes. So to prove to me that you did some research or to take a look at it, actually the first step you should be doing today is going and finding a few of the tribes that they interacted with. Who are the tribes they interacted with? What are the ways they interacted? Were some positive or some negative? And then go ahead and create a conversation that would show me you knew, right? So here are some of the tribes they had. If you look down here, then it talks about the different encounters. So you can talk about these specific encounters, or your conversation can just show, overall, this is how they treated each other. All right. So again, 6 tweets if you're alone, 8 tweets if you're together. Specific tribes. Show me you understand what the interactions between Lewis and Clark and the Native American tribes were like. Once you do that, put it in your Google Doc or your Google Slide or your book creator. And then the last thing today, take it out the door. What has been your favorite or your most frustrating part of this assignment so far, and explain why. All right. So and don't just put it. Tell me what it is and why. All right. If you have any questions, you need any help, let me know. Good luck.